if I had even a dime for every time someone asked me the secret to life balance, y'all. In fact, I taught classes on life balance for many, many years in my career. And here's what I know to be true. Life balance doesn't fit in the column of control, measure, optimize. It's not about time, task, and labor and the number of hours spent in your home versus on Zoom or in your office. It can't be measured and controlled that way. The real life balance is the balance of reflection and connection, which refers back to the personal story framework that you just were introduced to and assessed yourself in. And so we will use reflection and connection as we move through to see if you're out of balance. So reflection is you spending the time to know you. Who am I? What do I need? Observing your gifts and talents and you being aware of those and not waiting for someone out there to tell you what you're good at. Knowing the conditions that you work best in so that you can work to create those for yourself. And it's the being part of being a human being. So reflecting on who am I being, you reflecting on that for yourself. And then connection is, again, how we go out and use our meaning for a purpose, taking those gifts and talents out there and using them in a really meaningful way that you don't need to be validated by someone else because you've spent the time verifying who you are and you know who you are. And then you can show up confidently to stand tall in your story. And you can do it with empathy and vulnerability because you've been caring for yourself and your own emotions, and you've got your nervous system regulated, and you're ready to show up and serve others. That's that psychological safety piece, which is all about how we're showing up in our mind-body connection with our emotions, ready to give and receive help, belonging. Being and belonging, but being comes first. So I'm going to give you a metaphor, a symbol that will help you with this. So if you took a handful of marbles, marbles are beautiful. They're perfect. They're round. They're shiny. They're just beautiful. And you took that handful of marbles and you sat them down on a table in front of you. What would happen? They would all roll away because perfection doesn't stick together very well, doesn't serve one another very well. In fact, the game of marbles is about how can I take out the competition and knock the other marbles off the table. That's striving. That's proving ourselves. That's the road to burnout. Now I want you to take a handful of jigsaw puzzle pieces, each of them unique, with their jaggedy ass edges and the dust from the bottom of the box. When you look at that handful of puzzle pieces, it might not look like much. It looks messy. But if you take it and you put it on the table in front of you, and then you very intentionally find the beautiful side and look for that beautiful side and start to create the conditions to find that beautiful side. And you start to look at the way those puzzle pieces click and fit together. You recognize that they click and they fit together because they're unique with those jaggedy ass edges. And we need them to click and fit together. There are 3 characteristics of a puzzle once it's built. It's far more beautiful. It's far stronger. And every piece matters. So here we are in a safe place to figure out your beautiful side, the one where you can fall in love with your story, and then help you look for ways to find your other puzzle pieces so that you can connect and feel valuable relevant and like you matter because you do. So, reflection, connection, being, belonging, puzzles, not marbles.